Two, one. This hangout on air is live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Heroes Reborn, the After Review show. I am Glenn, and co-hosting along with me is John. How you doing, John?
Doing okay, Glenn. How are you?
Good. How was your holidays?
Oh, the usual. Family get-togethers and an orgy of food.
Oh.
You, Glenn?
Yeah, same here. It was just didn't do a whole lot. We stayed home. We had a lot of fun, and came and went too fast. It seems it goes quicker every year. There's all this prep time, and then it just with my wife and my mother-in-law, they make this big meal, and it's boom, 10 minutes later, it's all done, and presents are opened, and your holiday's over.
And lo and behold, we're brand new in 2016.
That's right. Yeah, and we started off the new year with the latest episode of Heroes Reborn, episode 11, Send in the Clones. When I posted on G Plus last night, and you were saying it was a really good episode, I got really excited and I couldn't wait to watch it. So, man, oh man, that was probably my favorite since June 13th, part 2.
Oh, yeah. They really hit the tarmac running, because it was nonstop action from start to finish.
Yeah, I felt like this one was it was a very complete. You had the action, you had the drama. I know this felt the characters have kind of come full circle. We know where everybody's kind of going. It just felt like it was a well put together episode, and there was a lot going on. Let me just get this first picture up here. So I guess we can kind of start with the Melina, Luke, and Harris, Quentin, and Phoebe storyline. So essentially, what Harris tracks them down, and they run into a cornfield, and Phoebe sort of traps Melina with her abilities, and Luke comes to the rescue. In that particular scene, with Quentin, where do you think his allegiance where his allegiance falls? I don't think he knows really what he wants to do, because they wanted to kill Melina, and he completely hesitated. But on the way there, he was saying, "Do we really have to kill her? She's just he said to Phoebe, hey, she's only a couple of years younger than you. Do we really need to kill her?" You can see he's really hesitant about what he's doing now. Do we think he's going to maybe flip-flop again?
I'm not exactly too sure what to make of Quentin's character anymore. Like you said, he's conflicted. He's confused. Can't exactly too sure what he's going to do, because, well, I don't know if he knows what he's doing. He says he's one thing, and then suddenly he backtracks or backpedals. And you could even see Harris and his sister looking at him like, "Are we gonna be all right about this?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." And he's looking out the window like, "Yeah, right, sure." So yeah, we see him go from good to bad, kind of good to sort of good. You really don't know what to make of Quentin, because it seems like his allegiance when he found his sister somehow is kind of muddled, especially when he knows that Erica is lying, or he knows that he doesn't trust her. So in a way, it feels like he's kind of playing both sides. It's just that he doesn't even know he's playing both sides.
Yeah, exactly. I felt like when was it June 13th, part 2, kind of at the end of that episode where the butterflies have been stepped on and things have changed, and Noah went back to the future. Quentin was kind of a badass. He's already playing. He's on Renatus' side, and then in the next episode, he's pulling a gun on Noah and Tommy. and now he's kind of, well, am I doing the right thing? I kind of feel like they almost don't know what really to do with Quentin, they, or there's going to be some big surprise we're going to see with him. I don't know. It just seems like his character's flip flopping, and they don't really have a direction for him yet. And that could be because his character maybe is supposed to be conflicted. But I just felt like, he was good, and then after June 13th, he's bad, and now like I said, he's going back and forth. He doesn't really know what direction he's going in, and he seems like he's kind of helping. Oh goodness, what's their names? Luke and Melina there when they got trapped in the barn later on, and Phoebe's telling them, no, don't help them, don't tell them nothing. But they kind of told him, he kind of spilled the beans of sorts, where they're supposed to be going.
But you also have to remember, basically they know that Luke pretty much figured out what of their plot was with them in June 13th. So you have a pretty pissed off guy who's blaming you for the death of his son. I'd have to say that I'd probably, if I was in Quentin's place, I'd probably spill the beans too. I mean, let's face it. When he found out, and you could see he's holding the Glock a certain way, like, yeah, you're involved. But we all know that basically Luke was not going to pull the trigger. We all know that because he is on his own road of redemption. In a way, when he was like, he made that choice. He gave up his bloodthirsty ways, his vigilante journey. He gave that up. He gave all rights to it. He knew that going in to the barn, and he knew that when he found out when he saw Phoebe's powers and recognized those powers back from June 13th and figured that out. And you could see Melina stepping in front of the gun like she is sort of now his conscience. Like, no, that's not you.
Yeah.
You're better than you now. And I'm going to make sure that you stay on that path. And Luke knows that. But even then, I'm pretty sure he's still keeping in the back of his mind that woman helped create June 13th. She is indirectly responsible. But like Melina said, she was just the gun. Erica was the one who's pulled the trigger.
Yeah, true. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, Melina seems to be Luke's yin to his yang, I guess, right now. He seems to be calm, and he seems like, okay, I've got a purpose right now. And he, like I said, he's seeking redemption, so why spill any more blood if he doesn't have to, I guess, at this point. But they, like you said, Quentin didn't really know what he was going to do because, like, yeah, he basically said, yeah, you're the one responsible for my son's death. Yeah, I'd probably crapping beans as well if some guy who could either melt me or shoot me is holding me hostage. So,
Oh yeah.
Let's skip to.
And let's face it, I don't think Phoebe is redeemable. I really don't. I'm pretty sure she crossed to the dark side, and there's no going back with her.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens because now that everybody's heading to Odessa now, it'll be interesting to see, like, with Phoebe, like, what will she play? Will she suddenly seek redemption for what she's done? Will Quentin die to save her, and she'll realize that what she's been doing is wrong? There's just so many different possibilities yet to come. But yeah, like you said, she's really being that what she did with blocking everybody's power so they couldn't save anybody on June 13th. She's kind of gone even more over the line than Luke has in a way, because she's responsible for more deaths, I guess, in a way.
Even with combine him and his wife's bloody, vengeful path, it still is probably a drop in the bucket compared to Phoebe. and what she can do. And what's funny is, I was kind of hoping that Phoebe and the Haitian would meet up because they're both
Yes,
nullifiers. And I'm
that
like,
would.
so
Yeah.
if two nullifiers meet, what's going to happen? How does that work?
I think it comes down to a fist fight, and she loses.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping for that. I was like, oh, Matt Parkman sent him away. Damn.
Well, I'm hoping we'll see the Haitian again. I'm hoping, he's not dead. He's injured, but he's okay. Matt sent him on a little walk, so who knows how long his power is going to last on him. But that's actually one of the few times. That's actually the only time I can remember, short of season 3 with Arthur Bertrelli, who was kind of, when Peter had the gun drawn on his dad, and the Haitian's trying to stop Arthur's powers. He was struggling, and then it only lasted about 3 or 4 minutes, and he finally, I can't hold him anymore. But with Matt, even with that distraction, with the gunshot, it distracted him enough that Matt, like, boom, he's in his head. So it kind of shows you that Matt is really, his abilities really stepped up to get inside the Haitian's head that powerful. And, because you think even though with a distraction with the Haitian, he's a power blocker. So even if he's not paying attention, he shouldn't be able to be harmed with somebody's ability. But it just, Matt got in his head, or maybe he knew that he could be distracted. I don't know, but I think it showed that Matt really, his power has changed since we last saw him in the original Heroes.
I mean, yeah, like, if I was the Haitian, I would have been like, Matt, shut up. I'm not talking to you. You knew what Matt was doing when he started blabbering. I knew what he was doing. He was playing for time. He was trying to find a weak spot or find the right opportunity to use his powers. I'm like, can't you guys see this? He's about. I was like, you guys know about him. If you were naive or didn't know about his powers, I could see how he could take advantage of you right off the bat. But you knew, and still they played into Matt's trap, and now suddenly he has Erica's daughter, and he found out about the pregnancy. Now here's the question: is Erica gonna care? It feels like that Erica disowned his own daughter. And to be quite honest, what is Erica gonna think about her daughter having a half Evo or a possibility Evo grandchild?
Yeah.
Is Erica gonna like throw that away? Is she gonna care? Is she that heartless? I'm gonna lean towards yes.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think she's going to care. And I think that's going to play into some decision that her daughter is going to make against her somewhere down the line, whether it be pulling the trigger or trapping her mom somewhere or something. Erica's a cold-hearted woman, and she's a true businesswoman in the sense of she's seeing a bigger picture and doesn't care. She's like a big corporation, so she does. We're gonna do it the way it's got to be done. We're gonna do it my way, and if it doesn't get done my way, I'll find a way to get it done, and I don't care who gets in the way.
Like I said, God complex, big God complex.
Yeah, no, I like the lady that plays Erica. She comes across as a real manipulative, and she plays the role really well. And you really do get a sense that her character just doesn't care, even about her own daughter. She's even tried to use her own daughter to, well, you've got this, you got a boyfriend Evo, we'll bring him in, we could probably use him, and I don't know, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I think that, I can't remember her daughter's name, but she's going to, she'll probably play a role in what's going to happen to Erica. I think it'll come down to that kind of a decision. She killed her boyfriend. She doesn't care that she's pregnant. So she's got to snap somehow, or something's going to happen with her. But let's see here. We've got the next up is Tommy and Katana Girl scene. What did you think about the Ninth Wonders comic book kind of making it's kind of a comeback?
Well, yeah, I mean, Isaac Mendez's picture again. I was like, oh, nostalgia from the first season. I'm glad they remembered that. I'm truly glad they did. And it plays a part because all these damn comic books and, it seems like they're never ending. It seems like Isaac Mendez made so many that the writers can just play with that forever. There's always going to be a comic book to tell what's going to happen, or who has to meet who, or which character has to do what to do to this arc, And the funny thing is, it's sort of like when Katana Girl and Dan meet up. It feels like that, they're twisting the plot in order to play with it and to move the story forward. And Katana Girl once again dissolves, and it's sort of like, well, great, her story ends again.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, is that it, or are we going to see her? Because we only have one episode left, right?
Yeah, we got next week, and then we got the finale the week after that. Yeah.
Oh, so we have 2 episodes left.
Yeah, we got 2 full episodes. Yeah.
Wow.
And the way they worded that commercial, that confused the hell out of me. It's like 1 more episode to go to the finale. I'm like, well, what? That's only episode 11. So I double checked it, and I'm like, okay, there's another. Yeah, there is 2 more episodes listed in the Wikipedia. So I'm like, okay, thank goodness. And then I checked on the NBC website, and it's there as well. But the way they worded that confused the heck out of me. I'm like, no, there's 2 more.
Yeah, I'm just like, wait. Did I miss an episode? I was like, what? I was like,
did we all come back a week too late, or what the hell?
I was like, me and Glenn have to do 2 episodes now. I'm like, okay, it's gonna turn from 1 hour to 2 hours.
It's a 2 hour.
And I gotta go back and rewatch something that I didn't know that I missed.
Yeah. Well, I just put it on the TV behind us. We can watch it as we talk about it. No, I agree when you're saying about them paying homage to Isaac Mendez. I'm still confused why. I know in season 3 when they had Seth Green playing a comic book store guy, and they had Ando and Matt and Daphne there, and they were like, oh, there was this supposed secret one last issue about Ninth Wonders, and that was the issue where a hero was hanging on the flagpole. I thought that was the last issue. And I remember Isaac Mendez in season 1 giving his last issue to a delivery guy, which they ended up finding in season 3. So I don't. Is there another psychic? Is there? I guess I can't. What was his ability technically called? Precognition or?
Awesome. It's the same thing as Angela Petrelli's, except written.
Yeah. Yeah, so he can, paint the future, write the color of the future, draw the future, and maybe there's somebody else who's taking up the reins and is doing this now. Who knows? I don't know. There is those novels. I haven't read them yet. There's, I think, 5 or 6 ebooks, Heroes Reborn, and it kind of covers stuff between season 4 and Reborn now. And maybe there's something in there. I haven't read it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but there is mention of a couple of the big names that haven't been on the show in those books, which is, I did get to read that, which is pretty cool. I just don't want to spoil it for anybody, so I won't say anything about it. Yeah, so no, the Tommy Katana Girl, I was kind of hoping they'd spend more time on screen together. I kind of liked them together as a duo. Not as a romantic couple or anything like that, but I kind of like this, she can kick butt, he can control time and space kind of thing. I kind of like the idea of them being a team. So we move on to the facility where Matt is holding everybody hostage, and well, not I guess so much hostage. He's got them under mind control. So he gets what's his name? Carlos gets his super suit back and proceeds to kick some butt and frees Micah. Now, Micah revealed to the world that Erica was behind June 13th and kind of cleared Evo's names. I don't know if it really mattered to people. I think the people are still scared of them, regardless of they're responsible or not. I think they're afraid of them because they're different. They fear them because of what they can do. I don't know. I think it'll change a few people's minds in uh, of what, okay, well, they weren't responsible for killing thousands of people, but we still fear them. I think that's what's going to still come of it. I don't think that everybody's going to be, oh, okay, they're not responsible. Okay, everything's good. I think it's just like with any superhero, as we're, going off topic, the new Batman Superman movie, they keep saying Superman's got all these powers, he can destroy the world, we got to regulate him, kind of thing. I think that's what's going to still happen in the heroes world. People are going to be scared of them, don't know what to really do with them, but they're going to have them registered. I don't think it's going to change a whole lot. I don't know what you think about that.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, so Micah basically outed the big secret of Erica. And let's face it, the heroes' powers as well as the X-Men's powers parallel together was about racism and sexism, about the other. And to be quite honest, yeah, you're gonna still have that residue, regardless. I agree with you. There's gonna be some of the residue of that speciesism or racism about Evos versus humans. However, I also have to point out the fact that nobody likes being lied to, and Erica, and since Micah exposed that, I'm pretty sure there's going to be loads and loads of people who are not going to be very happy that the Renatus Corporation was lying to them this whole entire time. They don't like, I'm pretty sure the population doesn't like being played that way. And sooner or later, now you have a revolt on Erica's hands. And she is now under the gun instead of the Evos. On top of that, she lost her right-hand man, Harris. He is dead. His head's been cut off. Unless he somehow got in Adam Monroe's powers, he's not coming, or Claire's powers, he's not coming back from that.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, when I first was watching the trailers for the new series, there was one part of the trailer where you saw Harris laying on the ground and he opens his eyes. I said, oh, maybe he took Claire's ability, that's why she's dead. But turned out that's not what the point. That's not what it was. It was just him cloning himself, I guess. But yeah, that was it was interesting. That I'm going to skip to a couple of the pictures of that. I like watching her fight. Oh, she's fun to watch. And Kiki, I don't know the singer, Suzuki. She actually knows how to, reading an interview with her, she actually knows all these martial arts. She knows how to use a sword, the spear, everything. So watching her do this is really cool because it's just second nature. She studied this, she's done this, and she looks really good doing it. So I enjoy whenever she's on screen. But that fight with Harris is pretty cool, and I liked how it ended. Like you said, he got his head severed off, and I at first thought, okay, he's gonna clone himself, but I guess it's kind of like a zombie type thing. You get your head cut off, or your head's dead, you're done. And I guess with him, there's no cloning once your head comes off your shoulders. So if he's done, then I'm fine with that. It's good to see a villain actually dead. Is he going to come back? I don't know if there's clones still on. I guess when he died, they all kind of died, I believe. I think they all disappeared when he died. That's right, they did, because one of them came out of the cornfield at Melina and Luke and poof, went in the dust. But and that was another thing was I always questioned if the clones were how do I say it? If they had their own minds. I didn't know if the clones had their own minds, but this scene here with Matt Parkman, where he got them to turn the guns on themselves, that shows you that when they clone, they actually clone the brain, everything, because he got inside their heads and convinced themselves to blow their heads off. So that answered that question. But he's gone, so they probably got plenty of other villains. There's got to be a couple more villains we probably haven't seen or somebody's going to come out of the woodwork somewhere. But we still got Phoebe, and now we've got Joanne, who is now going to be hunting her ex-husband. I don't know if yeah, we'll probably see that in the next episode, I imagine. I think I saw it in the trailer.
And might I add, Erica masterfully played her too.
Yes.
She asked, well, I heard you. What did she say? She said, I heard you're the one who is behind all this. And she said, lies. They're all lies. Evos are manipulating and causing all this. They're framing me. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, great. All you had to do is deflect. That's all you had to do. Blame them.
Yeah.
I didn't do it. They did it.
It's their fault. It's their fault.
And Joanne, her bloodthirsty vengefulness, ate it up like caviar on a deserted island.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. She sits there and she looks and she's like, okay, well, just give me a reason so I can shoot people again. I need purpose. She says she has no purpose. She's been wandering around for a couple episodes because I don't know what to do with myself. And Harris found her and brought her in, and I think she's like, oh, well, I get to go kill evils again. Right on. That's right up my alley. And I think that's the only thing that, you know, gives her any kind of peace or solace is since her kid's death. I'm like, you know, Luke's kind of gone the other way for redemption, and she's kind of like, nope, not going to happen. So it'll be interesting to see what happens when those two collide again, because they're going to. They're going to. Is Melina going to save Luke? Luke going to kill Joanne? Joanne going to kill Luke? So I don't think Joanne's going to kill Luke. I think he has something big to play in this the Healy that's coming. I think it'll be Tommy, Melina, and I should call him Nathan, but I just call him Tommy. And Luke. I think they're going to be the three that, you know, somehow save the Earth. So I think with his super heat power, whatever it is that he's got, I think he's going to absorb it somehow. I don't know if he'll die from it. I think he'll absorb it or something. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Well, yeah, like I said, we're all theorizing. We don't know what the writers have planned for these last two episodes.
Yeah.
For all we know, all our theories could be wrong. But so far, all the theories that you and me have been contemplating seem to be leaning towards what actually played out. Like I said before, Luke could either commit suicide or go on redemption. He did both. We could have both either said that, you know, Erica has got something up her sleeve. Lo and behold, she's transporting Evos in time to the future. We had a feeling that there was something around there. Not necessarily that, but we knew she always had a hidden agenda that we didn't know about. So yeah. I'm not saying that we're having a bad batting average. I'm just saying that at least we have a better, decent batting average.
Yeah, we're on the right path, so to say. Yeah, we've been in the ballpark.
Yeah, pretty much. And on top of that, there is still the big question: what happened to Noah Bennett?
Yes.
Where is he? Who took him? And there's only two suspects that are basically on this list. It's either Tommy or it's Hero. It's one of the two. I really don't see it being anybody else.
No, I was having that discussion with somebody on, oh darn, where was I this morning? It wasn't Twitter. It was, I think it was on Facebook, and on the Heroes page, and we said, and they said Peter, and I said, well, I don't know. Would they throw a surprise guest appearance in, because his show, The Whispers, ended, 4 months ago. I'm like, did he have time? Because they just finished filming Heroes, the end of November. There's a possibility, but I don't really think it's Peter. I think it is Tommy or Hero. I'm leaning more towards Tommy, just the way that I've rewatched it a couple times when no one, I'm pretty sure you've seen it too, that poof that Tommy has when he disappears is so much different to when Hero disappears. But if Hero got his power back, maybe it's manifested into a Tommy type of poof disappearing. I really hope, to be honest, I hope it is Hero. I'd like to see Hero back again. Even though they said, oh, he's only there for 3 episodes. Maybe they lied. Maybe he's there for 4. We don't know.
So here, how about we give it these percentages: 40% Tommy, 40% Hero, 20% Peter.
Okay, I like that. I like that. I said I would love it if it was Peter. I don't know. Just speaking of old heroes, I don't. I'm sitting there going, the episode 1153 to Odessa. I'm like, why does 1153 stick in my head? I just can't figure it out. So I'm rewatching stuff, and then I see the episode where Peter and Siler meet for the first time, and they're at the school. Does the clock not say 1153 on it?
I can't
Remember
exactly.
it's got painting of the clock, and he's laying on the ground all twisted. I'm almost positive it was a Siler reference to 1153. I just thought that was weird. I thought it was or it was kind of a coincidence or whatnot. I just 11:53 at night, 11:53 in the morning. I don't. If there's anything to that, or if they're just paying homage to the original series, but yeah, I noticed that.
Well, you're probably right, but I also think that's an older reference to the Doomsday Clock. I don't know if you remember, like, the whole entire nuclear threat of the Cold War, and the numbers pointing towards 12 o'clock. I think that's the older reference for that. But yeah, I believe you're right. You're probably right on with that. It was when Peter and Siler meet, and now with this, the whole entire bomb going off. I could see it overlaying or overlapping, definitely.
Yeah, I'm just still surprised they haven't made more references to the Peter Siler and whatnot. But I'm telling people, it's ebook 5. People should read it. You want to know what's going on? Read the book. And it'll answer some other questions too that people have for the series, and I don't want to get into it because it'll spoil the heck out of it. And I enjoyed reading it, so somebody had posted it and I read it. I was like, wow, this is fantastic. I have the first one. They had it as a free ebook, and it basically is the first 2 episodes of the show in greater detail. And it was fun to read. But when I saw it in the book number 5, I really enjoyed it. I think you would enjoy it too. I think it gives you some insight to some of the characters that really did not get any mention in the series, which was a shame. And what happens in the book, if that was to happen in the show, it would be just fantastic. It would just blow everything that's been done this season. But I mean, who knows? And speaking of another season, the ratings are still sitting at about 3.75 to 4 million. So it hasn't really changed. So that could be good. That could be bad. I don't know. It hasn't dipped. It hasn't gone lower, which is fine. And people are still saying, well, it's just a one-off show. Well, with the numbers being like that, if it is a one-off show, they have an out, right? We've talked about that. They have an out if it's not as popular as they had hoped. At the same point, one of my other favorite shows that was on NBC was Hannibal, and its numbers were considerably lower than Heroes Reborn, and it got 3 full seasons. So I still have hope that they'll at least revisit it or do something with maybe, hey, another season. We'll do it a year and a half from now. That way we can maybe get some people together that we couldn't get this time around. But overall, I've enjoyed this season, and I kind of like the idea of what they've done, which they were supposed to do with the original was every season was going to be a new story and new people, and having some of the originals kind of pop in, and I kind of like that. Would I like more Hero and some Peter? Yeah, but I've enjoyed it. I don't know if you've got any. What were your thoughts about so far this season with the character development and the story? Did you feel satisfied with them coming back?
I have to admit, I did have my doubts about the show. Like any other person, I always thought about the Dead Horse Cemetery, and I'm pretty sure you remember reading up what I thought about Hollywood and the Dead Horse Cemetery. However, with that being said, Heroes Reborn really did satiate me in a way that I found unpredictable. I didn't think that they would actually come with more original material. I, I guess it's because that previously, when we had the seasons that were a lot of filler and we really couldn't understand why the filler was still there, and yet somehow they seem to miraculously, I guess you could say, have a Star Wars effect in a way that they actually went back to the first season and took a lot of the potential and they took a lot of the ideas from the original and transferred it into a 2015 2016 version, which I like. It's very refreshing, but it's also like nice to see half nostalgia, half originality in it. Are these new people as good as the original first season? I'm going to lean towards no. But with that being said, they do have their own flavor. They do have their own courses, their own arcs. And I give Tim Crane credit for what he's done with them and what he set out to do. I'd like to think that he learned his lessons and he's trying to make up for it. And I have to say, he's doing a miraculously good job. And the numbers, like you said so, Glenn, state so. It's been steady. It's been stable. It's not as big as you and me want it to be, but nonetheless, it's still, it's still keeping hold. It's keeping hold with the fans.
Yeah, no, I agree. And compared to some of the shows they have on the air right now, can they afford to let it go? I don't know. I was looking at the ratings today, and then they had that new show on TV that NBC had on last night, Shades of Blue, and they're like, "Oh, it's the best NBC ratings starter in the last 7 to 8 years." And it only did 8 million viewers. Now that's only 2 more million than Heroes Reborn did on its season premiere. So NBC just hasn't been putting out, just by them saying that 8 million is the number one new show that they've had in 7, 8 years, just kind of shows me that, can they afford to get rid of this Heroes Reborn when it's doing about 4 million? I don't think they will get rid of it. I think they may, okay, we're going to come back to it. I don't think they're going to cancel it.
Here's the thing with Shades of Blue I have to put in. Number one, I didn't actually see it, but from what I can see about it, it relied heavily, and I do mean emphasize the word heavily, on star power. Let's face it, Jennifer Lopez and Ray Liotta are still big names.
Yeah.
Especially Jennifer Lopez. In a way, she is still a AAA or a double. I think AAA or a AA celebrity. So you have to realize, good writing, yes, plus the star power equals, I'm not surprised with the 8 million viewers. Question is, can they keep it?
That's right. Next week will be the big. My wife's PVRing it, and I said I'll wait till the whole season's done before I watch it. But you're right. Next week will be the big test. If it was, people tuned in and said, okay, and it had a good lead in with The Blacklist, which I don't watch, but it's got a good steady fan base of about 7 to 8 million viewers a week. So Shades of Blue had a good lead in to its season premiere, which is good. And like Heroes Reborn, it went up against 2 other big name shows. I can't remember them, like Big Bang Theory and something else. And like it was going against established shows, and it got 6.5 million its first episode. It was not bad. I look at Big Bang. It did last night's show did 15 million viewers, and I'm like, in Heroes Reborn still got almost 4 million. Even so it's keeping steady. It's not losing anything, which is good. And I look at the CW shows, and they're terrible. They're not even getting 1 million viewers an episode. I don't know how anything stays on TV on the CW. I guess it must be like one of these FX channels that you have to pay to get it. And, I don't get.
What was the CW show? I don't even. I'm sorry, I haven't even watched CW in years.
The CW, yeah. What has it got? I honestly don't know. Um, I know my wife used to watch Gossip Girl. I think that was on that. Like I go, the Vampire Diaries. That's their big show, and it last night did 0.75, not even 1 million viewers, and it was its top-rated show for the night on the CW. I said, "Wow, it's terrible."
That's also because they were playing off the True Blood. It was
Yeah,
it was supposed to be CW's version of True Blood, and they couldn't do it. They just couldn't. You can't copy True Blood from an HBO of a mature audience viewing and rated R viewing all the way down to a CW. What was it? TV 14? No, you can't do that. Not with vampires. No.
no,
And I'm not
no.
surprised with the 0.75. I'm sorry. No, I feel bad for bad mouthing CW the way it is, but yeah, you guys don't exactly have your writers together on this one.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't think the Flash is on that channel, is it? I think it's on a different channel.
Isn't it on Netflix? If I'm not mistaken.
The Flash, no, it's on a network, but I don't remember which one. Maybe it is CW, because I know it's whatever channel it's on. It's the Flash does well. It does, I think, about I think 7 to 9 million a week on its show. So maybe it's not CW, but it might be on Netflix in the States, but it's not up in Canada here. We don't have it. I have them all on my PVR. I haven't deleted any of them yet. So
if it is on CW, then it's probably the only thing that's keeping CW alive at this point.
Yeah, I think you're right, because yeah, no, I'm not crapping on the CW, but I am crapping on the CW. A lot of the stuff they put out is
kind of like how 24 and House MD and whatchamacallit, The Simpsons are keeping Fox alive for some reason.
Oh, exactly. I don't at Fox. I don't like. Geez, I go. I think they're a reality TV station almost now with all the garbage they put on Fox. But I remember when Fox used to be fun.
So
not so much
going
anymore.
back, so riling us back into Heroes Reborn. Sorry, people, we got off a little bit of backtrack. Going back to Heroes Reborn, I'd like to think that these last two episodes, they have to be if the episode that brings us back was this action pack, the next two have to be just more overwhelming. I'd hate to think that they're filler, but at least the season finale has to blow everything up. It has to be something huge.
Yeah, it's got to be something remarkable for people to go, wow, that was a fantastic ending. I can't wait for it to come back. Even if I know there's a lot of people complaining about the mid-season break. A lot of people are crapping on the show for it, but they don't realize just about every television show is now doing that, because to be honest with you, I'm not really watching TV that much at Christmas either. Although I wanted Heroes to play through till Christmas, the numbers would have went down really bad, I believe, because everybody's Christmas parties, Christmas shopping, Christmas festivities. There's just so much to do.
Don't forget
nobody's really watching TV.
Don't forget New Year's stuff. People are doing things on New Year's, traveling and parties and booze, alcohol, lots of it. So, I mean, yeah, I can understand why they did it. It's not going to make the fans any happier because some of the TV execs didn't figure out, oh yeah, we're with our family now. What are we going to do? Oh, let's watch TV together. That'd be awesome.
Well, it was funny because of course people are saying, oh, TV shows, Heroes doesn't. Why did it take a break? And there's only 3 episodes left. That's besides the point. I went back, and if you go through the Wikipedia and the list of the episodes and when they aired, a lot of times the original run of Heroes did not air episodes in December. The odd one, but they would not air the entire month of December because it's the holiday season. People are just doing other things, and it doesn't hurt The Walking Dead whatsoever that they take a mid-season break at that time, and they know. number one, zombies aren't the most Christmassy thing, and and people just start doing other things at that time. And why risk ratings and upsetting your people that are paying for advertising if nobody's watching?
Plus, yeah, on top of that, they do a binge marathon for people who miss anything. So it's not like, oh, we don't have anything to do. Oh, the TV's execs are like, oh, let's put in a marathon. Let's see if everybody will watch that. And lo and behold, people do watch the marathon. Why? Because there's nothing else to watch on TV.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, no, I enjoyed I like that when they put the marathons on, because I'll just put my PVR on for the day and I go record. And tonight when I get home, I'm binge watching and I'm going to fast forward the commercials. So
exactly.
That's what I do with Heroes Reborn now. Like I, put the little guy, he goes to bed, and then Hero starts taping at 8, and he goes to bed at 8. So about 8:30, I sit down to watch it, because then I can skip all the commercials all the way through. I'm just not patient, because Netflix has ruined me. I don't like commercials anymore, and I don't think that's where networks don't understand. Most people are not watching it on TV nowadays. We're watching it online because you can find it somewhere without the commercials. And I just don't want to sit through them. I don't need. I know what cars I like. I don't need to see car commercials. I don't need to know what the latest video game is, because I really don't play a lot of video games. So, excuse me, but no, I just find if I can skip commercials, I'll skip them. And if they don't bring Heroes back, and hey, send it to Netflix. They can make 13 episodes, and we can all binge watch them.
Plus, they have a different rating system than NBC. They could play off more, I guess you could say, sex and violence and blood and gore, things that I'm not exactly too sure if the fans will be happy with that, because I'm not too sure if they're ready for that kind of a big change. But hey, who knows? You never know.
No, true. Very true. Well, I think we've covered everything, John.
Oh, just one thing I forgot to mention. I'm wondering what Matt Parkman's going to do, just in case, if his little plan of exploiting the daughter and the grandchild doesn't work. Is he going? Is he just going to be like, oh, screw it all, I'm just going to go back to the good side where I belong? Or is he just going to implode? Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, I can see a couple different scenarios playing out. One, he goes after Erica, mind into her mind, and either makes her do it or kills her. Two, gets in Erica's mind and convinces her to save his son and wife. Because he did say, I'm pretty sure, I have to rewatch it. I'm pretty sure when Renee and Erica's daughter were grilling Matt, he said, "My family has left me." And here I thought he was back together with his wife and son and everything was hunky-dory. But this sounds like him being able to bring them into the future and save them. He thinks that everything's going to be hunky-dory. Everything's going to be back to normal with them. It just sounds like he's having a rough time of everything. And you're right, he might implode if Erica really, really stabs him in the back. He can get. We've seen him in season 3 get in people's heads and make them do stuff that they don't want to do.
And let's face it, we're talking about Erica here. She has the heart where it's probably the blackest of coal. So I'm gonna have to say, no, she's not gonna fall for the exploitation. She's not gonna be blackmailed. No, not Erica. Not this Erica. Not the Erica that they've shown. Absolutely not. So I'm thinking you're probably right. He's probably going to manipulate her if he can go past the Evos that are still under Erica's control, which I'm more to say, I'm not too sure if she has any left. But nonetheless, he has a corporation under her control. That might actually play the difference. But when I keep thinking about this, Matt Parkman is really desperate. And a mind manipulator and desperation equals, I'm going to say, like TNT. I'm just going to say you don't know where he's going to blow up. Is all I'm saying. Because he looked desperate with his daughter.
Yeah, he does. He's grasping at straws right now. He's actually it's weird that he's going about it the wrong way, but he's thinking about his family. Um, he's just kind of being an evil prick about it, I guess. That's the way to put it.
On top of that, he's getting a little paranoid. For a mind manipulator, I keep thinking his power is actually like making him a little bit delusional, paranoid,
Yeah.
a little bit even kind of, doubtful about even his own intentions. So I'm not exactly too sure what the writers are going to do with him.
It'll be interesting to see. And I'm actually surprised that I didn't think Matt Parkman was going to be in so many episodes, but I have no problem with it either. Matt and Renee, and it'd be nice to see if maybe Mohinder comes back. Maybe he's not dead. Who knows? All these outer circle characters that kind of held the main characters together. We'll see what happens. Hey, maybe Matt will die in the finale. Who knows? But
and might I say also, it was really a pleasure seeing Mike again, not being a zonked out drone for Erica and actually acting. And it was so weird watching him and looking at him. I'm like, holy crap, it's this little. I remember when he was back in season 5 or 4 in the original Heroes, and he was a young kid, and looking at him now, he's like, Jesus Christ, he's like an older teenager. He looks like he's about ready to shave. Weird.
He got a Arnold Schwarzenegger body. He's all buff and muscles. I'm like, what the hell's he been doing?
I was like, wow, he was preparing for this role, even though he didn't know he was going to get it.
Yeah. No, it's good. No, it's really nice to see all the, even though they're just making guest appearances. I like that they're bringing the originals back to kind of glue these the newbies together. So, we'll have to see what happens. We'll see who's left standing after next week. I'm kind of anxious. That's one thing. I can't even play the trailer for next week. And if NBC, I sent them a tweet today saying, hey, why does it say on I went on their YouTube page today, and all their videos say the uploader has not made this video available in your country. I'm like, you're kidding me. They were all working yesterday, and at home and at work, they're not working. So that's why I don't have a whole lot of pictures to play today, because I get all my screenshots from all their trailers and clips and that they put on the next morning. I was scrambling for pictures today. I'm like, oh, geez, where am I going to find these? No, there's no content. Like, I can't even on the NBC app. I cannot get the app because I'm not in the U.S. I don't know. I think that's insane I understand the app, not a big deal there, but their YouTube page, isn't that in an international company? I just don't understand why you would not. So, anyways, the trailer is out there, people. I think I posted it on our G Plus page. I think, but I can't watch it because it won't let me play it.
But you did see it at the end of the episode, right?
No, we don't get it in Canada. I have to wait till the next day to see it online, because once the show ends, it cuts to Canadian content commercials.
Oh, wow!
So we get Tim Hortons commercials.
Ouch!
So we get to see coffee and donuts after the show's over, and occasionally they play what's coming up next. So when the show ended, the credits are rolling, and then they're like, "Shades of Blue up next," and here's a Tim Hortons commercial. Get some donuts.
Right.
No, I think the states have it right. Play what's happening next week. Better commercials, everything. Hey, we all up here in Canada, Super Bowl time, we love the commercials, but we don't get them. We have to wait till the next day. Go on YouTube and see them all.
Wow, you Canadians get the short end of the stick. I feel sorry for you guys, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we got the short end of the stick. We didn't even win a gold medal in hockey this year.
What can you say? I mean, the Russians, well, they know what they're doing.
Well, hey, the U.S. came up and got bronze, didn't they?
Yeah, I think I heard something about that. Nonetheless, hockey fans, they're not going to accept anything except for gold.
That's right. It's gold or nothing.
And its second place is the first loser. That's pretty much it.
unless Steve Harvey's calling it.
Oh my God! Let's not even go there. He already signed. I heard he signed a 2-year contract with Miss Universe pageant because of his flub. If it was just you and me, we'd be fired. Fired. You're fired. If Donald Trump was there, he'd be there saying, "Steve Harvey, you're fired." But no, 2-year contract. How do you flub something and then automatically the execs go, "I love you. Bring him on board some more. We need more of this bad publicity." I don't know if they did this to Heroes Reborn. I don't even. There would be free firings all over the place, and Steve Harvey gets. I don't understand. Sorry, Heroes fans. We're getting off track, but we're having a little fun with this because we don't have any previews to show you.
That's right. So hopefully next week I'll have some more pictures and some videos to play next week, and I'm gonna keep hitting them on Twitter about fixing that. Guys is crazy. I'm like, yeah, that's not bad. Couldn't figure it out. I found one guy. I saw the commercial, but it was in French or something. My French is pretty rusty, so I was like, okay, I don't know. So we'll just have to see what happens next. It looks interesting. I just don't understand what they were saying. And French is mandatory up here until grade 6 in some provinces, so I going back 30 years for me. So, well, I think that's all we got for now, John. So, for everybody watching, thanks for coming back and watching us, and we'll be back at it again next week. 2 episodes left. As always, John, thanks for helping me co-host. And anybody that wants to join us, hey, every week we're open to anybody to come join us.
And that's it. This is Heroes Reborn review with me and Glenn signing off.
All right. Good night, John.
Night, Glenn.